What was your favorite accomplishment of hers as VP of the United States?
Honestly, I can't answer that question.
I can't, I'm humble there.
I think Walls is a great addition. Has only made us more excited about the ticket.
Gender affirming care, transgender rights, all of it, all of that.
That transgender bullshit, that's got to go.
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Today, I'm in Philadelphia, and we're going to find out why Democrats are supporting Kamala Harris and what they think her greatest accomplishments are as vice president. Let's go talk to some people. Huge shout out to our friends over at Allegiance Gold for sponsoring this video. I want to know, are you excited about Kamala Harris running for president?
I am ecstatic.
Totally.
Beyond.
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
100%.
I am excited about her running for president.
It's more energizing. It's amazing that we live in a time where there's an opportunity to have a female president.
It's about time there's a little hope in our country.
Are you excited about her running for president?
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
No?
No. Absolutely not. 2024 Trump.
Why are you ecstatic?
Because for the first time since, I think, 2008, I feel like hope again.
I think she brings hope.
It's very hopeful.
Why is that?
Because it's time for a woman president.
First of all, we got the first black mayor of the city of Philadelphia, Mayor Sherelle Parker. And I think, we need a woman in the...
I don't care if she's black. It doesn't matter to me whether you're black or white. What matters to me is, are you going to serve the people? And she's not going to serve the people of America, the true people of America.
Yeah. Why do you think so? Do you see her as just being a weaker candidate than Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
She seems to have a good head on her shoulders.
But I think it's a lot of tension in our community right now as a whole. And we need anything we could put in there that can deactivate that tension, bring it down.
It seems to be interested in bringing people together and actually solving problems.
How do you think that's been the last couple of years?
For the signs, they're going the wrong direction.
So if you see it going the wrong direction, Kamala's in office right now, what makes you think that she's going to change that if she's been in office the last 3.5 years?
I think she's going to have a, it's just not her. It's the Congress, it's the Senate, it's other people.
I mean, I love everything she's about, their party's about, Tim Walz about, all good.
Yeah, I think Walls is a great addition. Has only made us more excited about the ticket.
I think her choice of a running mate was fantastic. I'd never heard of him before.
When it comes to Tim Walz, he is hailed by the LGBT community for he's praised by them for allowing minors to medically transition the appearance of their gender. So you have all sorts of stuff around that. What are your thoughts about that?
That's crazy. They're minors, meaning that their mind is fully not developed yet. So really, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Do you support children being allowed to, begin that sex change process?
My personal opinion, no. But staying with the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, to deal with that, because that brings a lot of balance. I mean, our society, the American society, is better than a lot of other societies. So, I may don't like that, but I like the fact that in that Bill of Rights, there is a support for that.
Medical procedures for children to transition, there's support for that?
I don't support it.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to check. Now, when it comes to Kamala Harris, obviously she's been VP the last 3.5 years. What was your favorite accomplishment of hers as VP of the United States?
Honestly, I can't answer that question.
Honestly, that's a good question. I can't really say specifically.
I can't, I'm humble there.
What do you guys think?
I can't think of anything, specifically.
I don't know. Sorry.
It's more about she just represents, I think I like what she stands for and how she conducts herself.
What's your favorite accomplishment of hers as vice president?
I don't know. I haven't really been following politics.
She worked on women's issues. I think for women in productive rights, a man taking away our productive rights and our reproductive rights, you have no idea what you're doing. You know what I mean? So
reproductive rights, is abortion a big issue for you?
No, just in general, reproductive rights. Reproductive rights, how I should utilize my body.
Woman has the right to choose if she chooses to choose. but at whose expense, okay? All right? Like somebody's expense is going to get hurt when it comes to abortion.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because right now it's to the states. So you don't want Americans, voting in their individual states on the particular topic of abortion. Is that correct?
That's a trick question.
Oh, I'm just honestly asking that. I'm curious what you think.
Every state has their own laws. But
Should people in those states be allowed to vote for those laws, or do you think we should take that away and have it, the federal government take care of it?
I think we should take that away. I really do.
You guys, let's take a few moments to talk about my good friends over at Allegiance Gold. Now, as we close in on the election, it's really no surprise that Donald Trump is gaining support among all Americans, especially the working class. While many Americans are struggling, the Biden administration continues to attempt to gaslight the American people, saying that the economy has never been better, and we all know that our country is facing challenges. Among those, rising inflation, rising debt, and rising interest rates. There's a reason why so many of you guys watching have invested in gold, because it stands on its own as a beacon of stability, and also, over the last 5 years, it's almost doubled in value. Allegiance Gold has done things the right way from the beginning, so it's really no coincidence that they've earned the highest trust ratings in the precious metals industry. They have 5 stars with TrustLink and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. They can help protect your IRA or 401k with physical gold and silver, or if you prefer, you can have it delivered securely to your doorstep. And here's the best part, you guys. Right now, get up to $5,000 in free silver on a qualifying investment when you visit protectwithklug.com or call 866-335-KLUG. Make sure you are protecting your financial future today. Visit protectwithklug.com. That is protectwithklug.com or call 866-335-KLUG. I'll put a link down in the description below. Let's get back to this video.
What did you see as her greatest accomplishment as Vice President of the United States?
I think admittedly taking a more behind-the-scenes role. I think the Vice President's biggest role is in the Senate, being a tiebreaker, kind of making sure the Senate runs as opposed to. I think that's what she did.
I think the number of ties that she broke.
It's like 33.
Yeah.
You mentioned kind of behind the scenes. Usually that's the case for the Vice President. I actually saw a lot of her being put to the forefront in many ways when it came to, over the last 3.5 years. She was in the spotlight a decent amount. One criticism we have heard, obviously, border czar. How do you think she did with that? What were your thoughts on the whole calling her border czar and how she's handled the southern border? What do you think?
I think it's a good question. I think her only real policy on the border was, I think, early in the presidency during the Haitian migration, when she was pretty adamant that America did not want immigrants. I think regardless of one's position, that's her only big view on what is she said on border policies.
Calling her the border czar, do you think she did a good job at that?
No.
I don't have enough knowledge about that to really answer that in one way or the other.
No, but I don't know if that was her focus. So,
being the border czar?
Yeah.
But I thought that she was not the border czar. Weren't they saying that they were kind of trying to undo that label, so to speak?
How do you think she did as the border czar?
She didn't do well at all because I got a cousin who's in the military. He's in the United States Army. He's stationed down there in New Mexico. And he said, the media, what they telling you who's crossing that border, he says the number are much, much higher than that. So what did she do? She did nothing. They're still coming over by the thousands every day.
There's no doubt. Worst border crisis in American history the last 3.5 years. Big deal. It affects a lot of communities around the United States, even places in Chicago. They're having a lot of problems because they're having to shift resources. When it comes to that, do you think that's going to negatively impact Kamala Harris, or do you think that she'll kind of be able to maybe get away from that? What do you think?
I mean, I think there's no getting away from millions of people seeking asylum in the country, given that in 2020 the borders were shut to try to stop the spread of COVID, and the growing tensions in Southern America and Central America with the political crisis there. I think there's going to be no shying away from it. I'm definitely curious to see what her policy is.
I don't mind you coming to this country. This is the land of the free, we call that, right? But do it legally.
Yeah. Obviously, I think, I don't think you should just have a completely open border where anyone can be allowed to come in. But I don't think the right call is, decreasing what I think has been a good method of, DACA, what is allowing people who can benefit our country in.
But you just can't come over here and then next we giving you these here debit cards and we put $1,000 a month on it and you living better than some of the American people.
Hopefully as the debates progress and as she gets time to say her policies, I'm curious what her views are.
Well, we could table vice presidential accomplishments. As for policies, what proposed policies excites you about Kamala Harris, to be president of the United States?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh God.
Honestly, right now, I'm doing some homework about her.
I'm really hoping to see policies laid out on both sides so that we all can really take a more critical look at everything.
Well, any policy that you enjoy or like that you think is good?
I'm not a fan of her prosecution history, so
Okay.
we're not going to
So
put
we're gonna
that
deduct
on
points.
So I really don't know what her policies kind of consist of.
The housing. Oh my God, the housing. Because I used to work for Habitat for Humanity, okay? And you give somebody a stable place to live that they can afford, everything else changes.
I think her focus on the middle class, I think, is important.
There was the story about a lot of investments during this administration, Biden-Harris administration, a lot of investment into EV. Tens of billions of dollars. There has been a handful of issues when it comes to these things, when it comes to building EV chargers. They promised 500,000. They have built 7. Do you think that red tape and all of that would get in the way of the proposal to build millions of homes? How do you feel about it? Do you think they would be able to deliver it with the track record right now?
If we vote blue all the way down ticket and then hold everybody accountable, no, we can do it.
What are we a fan of?
We're definitely a fan of, the representation for women.
Should you vote for Kamala Harris because she's a woman? We brought up that was important. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, voting for her because she's a woman?
I think, people are going to vote for what they want. But if you ask me personally, I'm going to vote for policies.
For people of color.
Do you see her as representing the black community or no?
No, I don't see her representing America.
Of course, Roe v. Wade, right? Somebody to help us get that back in place.
See, America was built on spiritual principles. Them forefathers came over here. They built on some spiritual stuff here, all right? And our spirituality is going out the door.
Gender-affirming care, transgender rights, all of it, all of that.
If you choose to be gay and you're gay, I got gay friends. I got people in my family gay. But that transgender bull, that's got to go. I mean, come on. You want to go to Dr. Frankenstein, and he want to do all this here stuff to you to make you look like a woman, and now you want me to call you a woman when I know from my childhood, you and I grew up together, I know you from the neighborhood, and now you was a boy. So you want me to put my spiritual beliefs around truth, what I believe in, what I see, aside for your convenience.
In 2018, while Donald Trump was president, did your guys' dollar get you further? Were you able to buy more groceries, gas? Was your rent lower than it is today under the Biden-Harris administration, or no?
I think stuff is higher now. Okay. I just have faith that they're going to bring it down. They're going to have to. They want another term, but sometimes you get in there, you want another term.
Eventually they'll bring it down, huh?
I think she's concerned about people's paychecks and how much it buys and, the hardships.
I mean, if people look at the facts, I think it should positively impact. People like to hear sound bites and go with that, with whatever their alliances are. But the facts of the matter, America's economy is better now than it was under Trump.
I don't know how half the people in America can afford to live.
We're talking to a lot of people that bring up how, price of groceries is up 20%, gas is up 50%. They're having trouble. And so they're having trouble voting for Kamala, who's vice president right now. They don't think she's proven herself as vice president. What would you say to those people? Do you think they're wrong?
I don't think you can blame inflation on her, really. And at my age, I've seen prices go up so much anyway that, that's what happens.
Democrats that believe that Kamala Harris is going to be the stronger pick for the economy, for the country, than Donald Trump. What would your message to those people be?
I really don't have a message for them, really. I would just say to them, look at her track record. You got to go by her paper trail, what she done. Look at Donald Trump's track record. Now, I switched my party when Trump got in office.
I just don't understand how anybody can vote for a convicted felon who makes up things, and what kind of moral fiber is this person.
When it comes to the pocketbooks being affected, Americans largely want change. So, but you don't think that that will negatively impact her, saying, "Hey, give me a few more years and I'll get it under control"?
I think she's got to get the facts out.
Yeah.
I think there just hasn't. We haven't had reliable facts presented to the public.
She has the facts, as opposed to just saying what comes to her mind with no support for it.
I'd like to see her answer some tough questions.
I think she's not shying away from the camera, tends to not shy away from her policy points, and it seems like she's excited about the prospect of a debate.
She's yet to do that. Is that a problem to you then?
Yeah, I don't know where she stands. I don't know. She's flip-flopping.
She's saying a lot of crowd pleasers.
Okay.
Yeah. I think she's saying, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think she's not doing interviews to avoid answering those questions, or do you think she's just too busy? What do you think?
I wouldn't speculate.
I don't know.
I'm sure they have reasons.
I'm not her campaign advisor. I don't know why she's doing what she's doing. I definitely would like to see her do an interview, but my assumption is she's trying to play things closer to her chest just because...
You think she'll be negatively impacted by doing interviews talking about her policies?
I don't think she'll be negatively impacted, but I think that she's already in the limelight for taking over Joe Biden. Not taking over, that's the wrong word.
You didn't hear about her for 4 years, and all of a sudden, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say one good thing that she's done. I'd like to see what she stands for.
Kamala Harris's campaign, they are yet to release a policy platform and yet to do a sit-down interview to talk about that. Is that problematic to you or no?
I think because again, she wants to do the debate in front of ABC News. I'm not sure if she has committed to any other debates, but I think the debate is going to be the best opportunity for her to be grilled on policies, for her to say what her policies are, and I definitely hope that after the first debate, let alone the second, she does just sit down and interview, because I would love to see how she appears in front of a camera. I'm definitely very curious about that.
So you see Kamala Harris as being the choice that's more transparent, is answering more questions, and has their policy positions out there?
Yes. Yes.
Did it bother you that there was no Democratic primary in the Democratic Party? Did that bother you at all, or no?
That's a good question. Yeah. I don't know if I really have a feeling about it other than we're kind of where we are.
If you're a betting man, who are you putting money on?
I would put 51% Kamala, 49% Trump.
Are you going to be voting this election?
Yes.
And are you going to be voting for Kamala Harris?
Yes.
Not T-Dog?
Not. I like that. No, not T-Dog.
I think it's great that, the opportunity to have a female president is present, and that we're living in a time where that can be.
So you're going to be voting for Donald Trump over Kamala Harris?
Absolutely, without a shadow of doubt.
He's the right candidate. I think he's the right person for the job.
I think the economy was a lot better under Donald Trump.
I think he knows what he's doing. He know how to deal with the politicians, and he oversees affairs. He takes care of that. He's a man of his. I think he's a man of his word.
I think there was less conflict in the world. I think that a lot of the world leaders were afraid of him.
And then with Kamala is more of a thing of her career as a DA in California.
There's problems there.
And, some people are a little squeamish about that, but I think it really boils down to doing your own research and finding out what works best for you.
No matter who you vote for, I think you should vote on policies.
I want whoever's going to do the strongest job, keep our streets safe, clean up, get rid of crime, make the economy run again. That's what's important.
I think Donald Trump is just standing on some serious principles. We're talking about principles what this country was founded on, and we need to go back to basics, and he's the guy who's going to make it happen.
Regardless what the news says, he did everything he said he was going to do, and I think he'd do it again.
All right, everyone, that is it for today. So we found a ton of Democrats that were very enthusiastic about Kamala Harris because she's a woman. But other than that, many seem to not exactly know why they were supporting her. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And hit that bell notification button so you're notified next time I post. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Hey, honey. Yeah, no rain's getting on honey today, huh? No, not at all.